Now at 10, evidence from the West Memphis 3 case, either missing or destroyed. Plus, an elderly man killed, and one of the murder suspects wants his bond reduced. And later, a sign meant for young kids defaced with a racial slur.
Region 8 News starts right now.
Developing news, a 19-year-old man accused of capital murder wants his bond reduced. Court documents say Cameron Ray's lawyer filed the motion just yesterday, asking for the bail to change a reasonable amount, saying he has strong ties to the community and no past history of failure to respond to legal process. The motion wasn't heard in a pretrial hearing today. Both he and Jordan Ratton have $1 million cash-only bond set. He and Jordan Ratton were arrested for robbery and capital murder in Mack Rhodes' killing last year. We first reported his death in April when investigators found the 87-year-old man dead on the 100 block of Brigitte Street. Ray will have his trial on July 19th, while Ratton's trial is set for September. Prosecutors have waived the death penalty in Ratton's case. Healthcare systems across Arkansas have low vaccination rates amongst their employees, and some, like Mercy Hospital in Springville, Missouri, are trying to push those rates up by mandating the vaccine. We sent Monet Stevens to investigate what's happening here in Jonesboro. She joins us live with where they stand and how they plan to raise rates going forward. Monet.
Hannah, I spoke with St. Bernard's earlier today about their vaccine rates, and while they are low, Media Relations Manager Mitchell Nell says they're working to increase those percentages day by day. 65% of St. Bernard's employees are fully vaccinated, which Nell says is below their target goal.
And we weren't too far off. We didn't quite get there.
He believes there are numerous factors that play into why this is the case, saying some may have been previously infected by the virus.
Maybe they had COVID and they were just hesitant about what the side effects might be coming off of that.
Or they're concerned about how it could affect their ability to have children.
A large population of our employees fall into that category.
Or how it could affect any pre-existing conditions they have.
I myself, I was actually in that. I had to clear it with the physician before I could get it.
However, St. Bernard's has been trying to get their vaccine rates up by using financial incentives, adding it pushed their rates up by 10%.
We've seen some really positive uptake of the vaccine as a result of that.
Nell says although 65% of 4,000 employees is still a low number, he says the hospital will likely continue in the direction of providing incentives.
Right now we're just focused on what we can do to meet our workforce where they are and just kind of help them through this decision.
Nell mentioned if you're still questioning about getting the COVID-19 vaccine, he recommends that you look for information from reliable sources from institutions like the Mayo Clinic, the CDC, or the National Institute of Health. For now, live in Jonesboro, Monet Stevens, Region 8 News.
Monet, thank you. We couldn't get anyone at NEA Baptist to talk to us on camera, but they did say 49% of hospital workers were reported as fully vaccinated, while 62% of clinic workers have been fully vaccinated. We'll let you know once we get a comment from NEA. Well, new at 10, the USDA is investigating $307 million to modernize rural drinking water across the U.S. and Puerto Rico. 2 Arkansas towns are getting part of that money, including McCrory and Woodruff County. $184,000 will be used to improve the existing water treatment facility, including building a clarifier to remove iron from the raw water before it reaches the gravity and filters. It will also consist of an automatic ventilation system that will measure chlorine gas levels in the filter room and will control the air supply based on those levels. This follows President Biden's announcement last week of a bipartisan infrastructure framework that will make the largest investment in clean drinking water in American history. Well, it's been another hot day in Region 8. We're going to see any relief soon.
You know, we should see some relief in the form of maybe a few showers and storms, but the heat and the humidity really is going to be sticking around with us for the next several days. We have some rain out there right now, mainly in Independence County, but it's coming into Jackson County right now. We'll zoom in just a little bit and you can see the rain just now starting to come into Jackson County. Heaviest rain is just here south of Batesville with some lightning with it right now. That's going to continue. If you notice, we'll zoom down just a little bit more and you can see that we've got the lightning strikes there as you go from 167 down to around Huff. That's going to continue moving to the east. Cleburne County down into White County. We've got some pretty good rainfall there also. Temperatures are very warm for 10 o'clock at night. We're at 82 in Paragould, 81 in Jonesboro, 80 in Walnut Ridge, and 81 right now in Corning. So kind of stuffy out there. Dew points continue to rise. In fact, as high as 79 on the dew point in Corning, 75 in Kennett. Coming up, we're going to talk more about why the dew point is so important to how it feels outside. Plus, we'll talk about better rain chances as we head into the weekend.
Well, in Blizzard County, the city of Truman is trying to get the old Singer Sewing Machine Cabinet Company mill on the National Register of Historic Places. The mill was in operation in 1894 and later shut down in the 1980s. Mayor Barbara Llewellyn says this has been in the works for over 2 years. She has been working with the A State Heritage Studies program to gather the necessary information to get the building registered.
Sort of critical to the community. It's just part of the history and the growth of the community, and Singer was so instrumental in developing this community.
Llewellyn adds the city was built around lumbering and cabinet making, meaning the building is an important part of history. She says airplane wings for World War II were built in the mill. The city needs your help. They still need to collect oral history. That's happening July 14th from 9 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. at the Old Community House. Questions tonight about what happened to evidence in one of Region 8's most notorious crimes as attorneys push for new DNA testing in the case. Janice Broach has a look back at the case that divided the country and the next step in the search for justice.
Well, this is clearly a case that has captured the nation as well as the Mid-South. And now we are learning that evidence in the case of the West Memphis 3 has either been destroyed or is missing. Evidence that Damian Eccles' attorneys wanted to do new DNA testing on. Almost 30 years ago, 3 8-year-old boys were discovered murdered and 3 teenagers were charged in the case.
I'm not the judge, I'm not the jury, but they never had any sort of physical evidence that connected us to this crime.
That was Damian Eccles when I interviewed him in 2012. He is correct. Investigators never found any evidence that tied him, Jason Baldwin, or Jesse Miskelly to the murders of the 8-year-old boys, Stevie Branch, Michael Moore, and Christopher Byers. The children were found nude and hog-tied in a creek in a wooded area in West Memphis. Their bikes were found by a pipe nearby. The boys were so mutilated, investigators thought the murders were part of some kind of satanic ritual. The 3 teens were arrested after Jesse Miskelly confessed to the crime after 12 hours of interrogation. The 3 were convicted in 1994 but have always maintained their innocence. They were released in 2011 after prosecutors agreed to an Alford plea in which the men maintained their innocence but pleaded guilty. It allowed them to get out of prison after almost 20 years. Even though they said they didn't do it, they are technically convicted killers. And that is why Damian Eccles has attorneys who want to use a new DNA test called MVAC, a wet vacuum system that can find more DNA than older tests. But Eccles' attorneys got a letter from the custodian of records for the West Memphis Police Department saying some of the evidence ended up lost or misplaced and some destroyed by a fire. A source told me the evidence was transferred to shipping containers where there was a fire and some of the evidence was destroyed. Damian Eccles tweeted, quote, "New technology and evidence in science would now allow us to test DNA in amounts so small that it would have been previously impossible." The state of Arkansas continues to attempt to prevent this testing from happening. Terry Hobbs, stepfather of victim Stevie Branch, who was under suspicion but never charged, said he welcomes the new DNA testing.
I'd like to see this be put to rest. This has affected a lot of lives out here, and we're all trying to move on and live, and but so for some reason it keeps being brought up.
Attorneys for Damian Eccles have submitted this formal request. They want to inspect the records that are available, including cataloging of the evidence as well as information on the loss of that evidence. Now, Eccles told me in 2012 he will never give up his mission to exonerate himself.
Janice, thank you. She reached out to Damian Eccles, his attorney, and the prosecuting attorney today, but did not hear back.
I am not fearful about the racism, but I'm not going to sit back and take it either.
Next at 10, a daycare sign at Region 8 defaced with a racial slur.
This is KAIT, Jonesboro.
We want to buy your ride at Capital Auto Group. Don't worry with the hassle of trying to sell it yourself. Save time and money because at Capital, we buy cars. You don't even have to buy a vehicle from us. We just want to buy yours. Bring in your vehicle and get a check. Because at Capital, we buy cars. Come by any of our stores for your quote today. Or see our entire inventory at CapitalCars.com.
Make your internet magical.
Get astoundingly fast 200 meg internet from Suddenlink, now for only $30 a month. Plus, get a $200 Visa prepaid card or upgrade to 1 gig internet and get Suddenlink's new Smart Wi-Fi 6. It features a 3 times faster and more reliable Wi-Fi experience to keep you better connected on all your devices throughout your home.
Whoa, GigSpeed connects all these devices at once?
Bring every room to life with 200 meg internet for only $30 a month. Visit Suddenlink.com today.
For the whole summer,
These very funny people are sitting in for Kimmel.
this is the way it is, and you will like it.
See who's hosting tonight.
You have to tune in for the answer.
New Jimmy Kimmel Live on ABC.
When you see a lawyer on TV claiming they got their client money, what was that case really worth? Insurance companies hope you hire the wrong law firm. Don't be fooled. All law firms are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Attention hiring managers. It's time for the Summer 2021 Employment Expo. Everyone is hiring and we want to help you recruit. Join us at the First National Bank Arena on Thursday, July 22nd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Don't miss the chance to meet with a large pool of potential candidates and conduct on-site interviews. Call Kirsten Ditto at 870-336-1811.
New tonight out of Heber Springs, where someone vandalized a daycare over the holiday weekend. The owners came into work Tuesday to find their sign had been rearranged to include a racial slur. This isn't the first time they've been mistreated in that town because of their race, but as Jessica Ring shows us, this time they took it too far.
I'm a father first, I'm a husband, and I'm an African-American business owner.
Andrew Rogers looks at a marquee with an unfinished sentence. What originally stood as an ad for daycare enrollment vandalized to include the N-word.
I am not fearful about the racism, but I'm not going to sit back and take it either.
Rogers and his wife Sabrina opened up their daycare in Heber Springs in April of 2020 after the previous owner was getting ready to close her doors.
And my thought was we had children that needed care, but there wouldn't be a center.
Since then, the two say they have received racist phone calls from private numbers. Their plan was to just ignore it, but Tuesday morning,
But now it's gone past us.
things changed. The director of the daycare says she had just pulled into work.
I saw the sign and I pulled in the parking lot, got out of my car and ran across the parking lot to take it down.
But not before snapping a photo and sending it to police. Rogers says he didn't know how long the sign had been up for.
Possibly been up for the whole weekend.
And says it not only targets him and his wife as business owners, but also has an impact on the kids who could have seen it.
We're teaching children, to love everybody regardless of their color. We're teaching them that they can grow up to be anybody that they believe they can be.
And Rogers says it starts with teaching them acceptance.
There's some areas in the world that needs to get on track.
The racial slur has been removed, but Rogers says his business won't be, vowing to continue to spread love.
That was Jessica Rank reporting. The police department says this is still under investigation, but the chief says he believes it was a group of kids who changed the sign.
Over 100 years, and we're here for you now.
In these uncertain times, First National Bank of Lawrence County has your back. Our mobile banking lets you take care of business from home. You can deposit checks from your smartphone, no matter where you are. Need to send money to friends or family? Themed gift checks and person-to-person payments are available as well. Download the First National Bank of Lawrence County mobile app today.
Summer is the perfect time to plan your staycation at a world-class resort on Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. Escape to the Grand Hotel in Point Clear or the Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Resort, starting at just $429. Get away to the Auburn Marriott at Grand National or the Marriott Shoals Hotel and Spa, beginning at only $129. Experience world-class luxury at family-friendly prices at rtjresorts.com.
Here at Steve's Auto Body, we are known for our quality collision repair. We repair all makes and models and use the latest equipment and training to ensure the proper repair. At Steve's, we work with all insurance companies and will handle your claim for you. With our state-of-the-art shop on Parker Road and locations in Marion, Paragould, and Searcy, we are more prepared than ever to get you back on the road in a timely manner. At Steve's Auto Body, you are important to us.
Steve's Auto Body is always there.
Because once I saw each year, more and more children right here in Region 8 are put into foster care. Campbell's is continuing to give back by partnering with KAIT for Family for Me. With your help, we're committed to finding homes for children in need.
Each month I will be spending some time with a child that is waiting to be adopted. You can get to know the child and hear their story. Tune in to see if you can make a difference in their life.
A Family for Me is sponsored by Campbell Home Furnishings and KAIT.
The Edge from Pizza Hut. It comes loaded with toppings all the way to the edge. For the crust, let's keep it real, thin, and crispy. Every bite is a masterpiece.
I really gotta get going, man.
The Edge is back. Get it before it's gone. No one outbeats the Hut.
The 7-day forecast is sponsored by
Some parts of Region 8 have seen a nice little rainfall. Earlier this afternoon, it was Piggott over into the Boot Hill. In fact, some parts of Dunklin County picked up over an inch. Most of Region 8 stayed dry, but this evening, right now, this is a live look right now at our weather camera in Batesville, and it looks like it just froze on us, maybe. Oh, there it is, kind of. Raining a little bit. You can tell it's raining. But we continue to watch showers move across Region 8 right now. Moving into Jackson County, we had a few little showers passing to the north outside of Region 8. Those are going to continue to move to the east. And these showers, and even thunderstorms, are going to continue to march eastward. If you notice, some of that rain starting to come into Jackson County. The heaviest rain is south of Batesville right now, where we've got some decent lightning strikes right now. That camera you saw sitting over here in south side, so that's why it's pretty much on the light side. But you had a little farther down to the south. It's picking up pretty good. Pangburn down to Mount Vernon. Decent rainfall there also. Several lightning strikes within the past 15 minutes. That's also moving to the east. Heaviest rain, like I said, just to the southwest of Pangburn. We'll zoom all the way down to street level there, and you can see it's north of Pickens. And as that continues to move to the east, that may even clip parts of Woodruff County also. So yes, we've got some rain out there. It should start dying out in the next couple of hours, but we're going to keep a little 20% chance of rain in the forecast as we go through the overnight. The rest of us are dry and kind of warm and stuffy. We're in the 80s right now, 10 o'clock at night, still holding on to the 80s. Part of that is because the moisture is increasing in the atmosphere. The dew points are rising. We talk a lot about dew points, and every now and then I still get people go, well, why don't you talk about relative humidity? And really, this is better. Meteorologist Zach Holder standing by now to explain why the dew point is a better look at why it's muggy.
It really is, just because relative humidity sees wide swings based on what the temperature is. It's relative to what the temperature is. Dew points kind of their own thing. So take a look at this graphic, dew points versus relative humidity. The percentage, that's relative humidity, and on the left you have the temperature in orange and the dew point in green. So as we go through the overnight, coolest time of the night, your temperature, your dew point very close to each other, and that gives you a high relative humidity. But look during the day, even though it's still humid, we've got very low relative humidity in some locations. Take today, for example, the warmest part of the day, it had a 40% to 50% relative humidity, which doesn't sound very humid. Look at the dew points, anywhere from 65 to 70, and those do fluctuate a little bit, just not as extreme as relative humidity. And then as we go through the overnight again, you start to see that relationship where as temperature falls, the relative humidity starts to go up. So take these two scenarios, 30 degrees for a temperature, 30-degree dew point is more humid than the 52-degree dew point, or the 52% relative humidity in scenario 2. So it looks a little deceiving, can be tricky, but that's why we really stick to dew point.
Yeah, and see that, I get people all the time go, oh man, the humidity's got to be 90-something% outside. And it's like, no, it's 52%. But you look at the dew point, and that tells you how muggy it is. So appreciate that, Zach. Now let's take you hour by hour on Stormcast through the day tomorrow. We're going to start out with a partly cloudy sky. As we go into the afternoon, we'll see a few isolated storms develop. Once again, we go into the low 90s. And really the next couple of days, rain chances sitting at about 20% or so. Through the day tomorrow, 30% chance at mid-afternoon. Temperatures are going to be warm into the low to mid-90s in some locations. So 7-day forecast showing it's hot on Friday. Mainly late will be the rain chances on Saturday. Then Saturday night into Sunday, a good 60% chance of rain. Saturday night to Sunday, we could get a pretty good part of Region 8 getting a ½ inch to an inch of rain. That would be very nice. Spotty showers still come in Tuesday of next week. We stay kind of warm also. Hannah?
Thanks, Ryan. More Red Wolves are making the grade on the field and in the classroom. Chris Hutchison has details next in sports.
By alerting you first. The Region 8 Storm Team is your first alert.
It's Midnight Madness at Ashley Home Store.
We'll tee off with more Red Wolves making the grade. 6 Arkansas State women's golfers.
Interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase and no money down. This Friday and Saturday only at Ashley Home Store.
The travel season is here. Make the trip in a newer pre-owned vehicle from Mark Martin Automotive.
It's time for celebration, recreation, and family vacation. Mark Martin Automotive has hundreds of vehicles sure to fit your needs. Trucks for towing, cars for showing, utility vehicles for everyone that's going. Set your destination for Mark Martin Automotive. Visit us at markmartinautomotive.com to choose a location, see all of our vehicles, apply for credit, or chat with us.
Start your engines and head on over to Mark Martin Automotive, the new and pre-owned leader.
Let's set the record straight and vaccinate the natural state. If you've already had COVID, it should be noted that you still need the shot to protect yourself and those to whom you're devoted. The science is clear. There's no need to fear. Up north, down south, in the Delta or the Rock. All of us want this virus to stop. So let's do our part and get in the fight. Roll up your sleeve and do what's right. Learn more about the vaccine and where you can get yours at vaccinatethenaturalstate.com.
Don't miss huge savings this Friday and Saturday at Ashley Home Store's Midnight Madness. Save 25% off store-wide with no minimum purchase. Or get 0% interest for 5 years with no money down. Friday and Saturday only at Ashley Home Store.
We'll tee off with more Red Wolves making the grade. 6 Arkansas State women's golfers are All-American scholars. That's the most in the Sun Belt Conference and second in the nation. To qualify, you need a 3.5 GPA and compete in at least half of a team's events. Grayson Gladden is a 4-time selection. She had 2 top 10 finishes and 1 top 5. Olivia Schmidt is an All-American scholar for the 3rd straight year. She finished in the top 5 in 3 events and is second team All Sun Belt. Elise Schultz, Kayla Burke, and Sydney Lung are 2-time All-American scholars. Kylie Rodriguez earns the nod for the first time. A-State had 5 top 5 finishes this past season and won the Diane Daughtery Invitational. From the Lynx to the Diamond, Ben Klutz also making the grade. The Arkansas State 3rd baseman is on the academic all-district squad. He batted .320 with 7 home runs and 78 RBI. The Oklahoma native led the Red Wolves with 63 hits. In the classroom, Klutz has a 3.57 GPA. A former Razorback made his NBA Finals debut last night. Bobby Portis played 14 minutes off the bench. He had 5 points and 3 rebounds, but the Bucks fell to the Suns 118-105. Game 2 of the NBA Finals is Thursday at 8 on KAIT ABC. We're nearing Hall of Fame weekend in high school sports. NEA will be represented and honored Friday in Hot Springs. David Daniel selected by the Arkansas High School Athletic Administrators Association. He was the Jonesboro Athletic Director from 2009 to 2019. Daniel key in hiring coaches that won state titles for the Golden Hurricane, as well as upgrading facilities.
You know, a bunch of the rest, Ernie's going in, Ernie Murray, I've hollered at many of them over the years, and some of my good coaching buddies are going in. Matter of fact, Coach Shelton, Boyd Shelton's going in, and he actually gave me my first job. Oh, wow. I was an assistant coach with Boyd for 2 years before my first stint at Jonesboro. So, yeah, Jerry Bridges, and it's a fun time. I've been down there before and, you know, watched some of my good friends go in the Hall of Fame, and it's going to be fun. It's not one person, believe me, from the administration, from the school board to Dr. Wilbanks, unbelievable visionary in what she wants to do and what's best for kids and things like that. And being part of that and knowing that during my time, we brought Wes and we brought Jody and we brought Craig, and it's just been an unbelievable ride.
Billy Murray gets another call to the Hall. He led Earl to 6 boys basketball state championships. Murray was inducted into the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame in April. He'll get in the Hall of Fame this weekend for the Arkansas High School Coaches Association.
It's kind of like I walked into a gold mine. You know, you can't do anything if you don't have the athletes. And Earl, I came in at the right time, and they was low athletes. They just need somebody to lead them, guide them, kind of like a match made in heaven, you know, by discipline and their talent, and put it all together. Couldn't help but win. I'm looking forward to this coming Friday to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Man, that could be the icing on the cake. With all I have been through with the kidney transplant, you making the Hall of Fame as a player, then making the Hall of Fame as a coach. You know, what more can a man ask for? You know, I got a second chance when I got the kidney. And right now, I'm just enjoying life.
The AAA Hall of Fame banquet is Friday in Hot Springs. You'll hear from another NEA honoree tomorrow.
Many times the insurance company tries to pay you less than you deserve, hoping more than anything that you hire the wrong law firm. Here's all you need to know. All law firms are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Chronic pain can happen anywhere in the body, last for months or years, and can interfere with your daily activities. Don't live with chronic pain. Arkansas Progressive Medicine can help you get the treatment you need. We offer treatment for arthritis, fibromyalgia, and neuropathy, and have many progressive treatments that include red light therapy, pressure wave therapy, and hyperbaric oxygen chambers to ease or remove your pain altogether. Go to arkansasprogressivemedicine.net and find out more today, or call 870-520-6007.
We all have our signature ways to serve up fresh, and the last thing you want is to run out. With Kroger delivery and free pickup, you can get back to putting stuff on a stick. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Dr. Michael T. Bogach is an orthopedic surgeon at Arkansas Methodist Medical Center. Dr. Bogach graduated with honors from Tulane University School of Medicine and has over a dozen years of experience in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine. Dr. Bogach is board certified by the American Board of Orthopedic Surgery. Call AMMC Orthopedic Associates at 870-205-2125 for more information and advice or to book an appointment.
All of us at George Kell Motors know you have a choice when it comes to buying a new vehicle. Here are a few reasons why you should consider George Kell Motors. We offer courtesy cars and pickup delivery when your car needs service. We have a great customer lounge with drinks and a big screen TV. We even have a kids room with a saltwater aquarium and their own TV. We want to make your vehicle purchase easy. You can do it here at the dealership.
The Pentagon announcing it expects to pull all U.S. combat forces from Afghanistan by the end of August. That's roughly 2 weeks before President Biden's September 11th deadline. But the violence over there is still raging. Our chief national political analyst, Greta Van Susteren, explains.
Hello, I'm Greta Van Susteren, and here is your full court fast break. The U.S. troop withdrawal from Afghanistan, 90% complete, but the region growing more and more unstable. The Taliban ramping up its offensive, ambushing provincial capitals, seizing control of more than 100 districts. Over the last few months, tens of thousands of families have been forced to flee. Hundreds of Afghan soldiers have surrendered weapons and territory. And last Sunday, more than 1,000 Afghan troops retreated across the northeast border to Tajikistan. Now Tajikistan is mobilizing 20,000 military reservists to stabilize its border. Russia says it will get involved if necessary, and several countries are closing their consulates in Afghanistan or reducing their services. This week, Iran hosted the first high-level Afghan-Taliban peace talks in months. According to Reuters, the Taliban plans to present a written peace proposal as soon as next month. State Department spokesperson Ned Price spoke on the situation earlier this week.
A negotiated settlement between the parties, in this case the Islamic Republic and the Taliban, is the only way to end 40 years of war and to bring to Afghanistan the peace that the Afghan people both want and deserve.
He says the world will not accept an imposition by force of a government in Afghanistan. Want more full court press? Tune in Sundays. We bring politics home, covering the national stories that impact you.
Time to play America's favorite jackpot game. This is Powerball. Good evening, Sam Marlin. Tonight, a life-changing jackpot, an estimated $114.1 million. Good luck to you. Here are tonight's winning numbers, starting out with the number 8. And right after that, America, we have the number 49. Tonight, we're heading to Idaho to meet Michael Tran. Michael won $2 million playing Powerball. Next number down is 57. That's followed by 30. And we're going to wind it up for you tonight with the number 21. Now for your winning Powerball number, it is 8 tonight, and that Power Play multiplier is 2.
Sponsored by Unico Bank.
When you smile, the whole world will follow. Because we know that smiling is contagious. Taking care of you and your smile is what we do best.
Roll and roll, change your smile, change your life.
Injured in a car truck wreck? At Team NST, we've won lots of money for our clients.
I didn't even know if I had a case, but Team NST got me real money. That's NST Strong.
9310500.
When you're looking for professional carpet cleaning, look for Washed New. We are fully trained in the care of your home's carpet, tile, and upholstery. We take pride in providing our customers with premium quality cleaning services. You will be amazed at how fresh your home feels after you've had your carpets cleaned by Washed New. Give us a call today and find out why we've been voted Jonesboro's best carpet cleaner for 5 years in a row.
Well, Ryan, it has been hot. How are things shaping up for the rest of the week?
We're going to continue to be hot, but you may get cooled off by a few thunderstorms. We've bumped the rain chance up to 30% for tomorrow, 20% Friday, and then late Saturday into Sunday. That will be our best chance of rain. Still some small rain chances even as we go into next week, but the only chance of maybe cooling down is a few clouds and showers coming in on Sunday.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, that's it for tonight. For the latest news of the day, visit KAIT8.com. Be sure to join the morning crew for tomorrow for Good Morning Region 8. Have a great night.